Hello, this is the 17th lecture of the Semantic SEO course. In this lecture, we will try to understand some of the other reflections of our article methodology inside this specific article. For instance, as you see here, we use some certain types of predicates to reflect our context terms a little better, like physical performance, improve, increase, develop, or make better. If we use our multi-search extension here, and if you click or if you just search it, you will realize that we are actually using these specific phrases. Again, one more time, page, web page, site. Sometimes it's physical activity, sometimes it's just physical activity, performance, or some other types of specific phrases like help, increase, develop. We always use them. Another thing is that if you look at the study and the search research sections that we are using, for instance, sometimes here we have the American College of the Sport Medicine, or sometimes we have, let's say, British Journal of Nutrition, or sometimes Peking University, and sometimes we have University of East London School of Psychology, and for another one we have European Journal of Nutrition, and another one we actually have some other types of researches like Canadian Journal of Infectious Diseases and Medical Microbiology. So if I make this actually the research, you will see some others: Arizona State University, or we can see the Department of the Psychology of the Australian Institute of the Sport. So there are three things that we should be understanding here actually. First of all, whenever you use a specific type of named entity, and since I keep everything practical here, I won't be giving the definition of the named entity. If you don't know it, please check the case studies that we have given in a list form. But whenever we give a named entity, and whenever one of these named entities are basically a kind of research organization or authoritative scientific organization, and whenever we use really specific type of researches, for instance, if you look at here, we use quotation marks. The quotation marks here, it means that this is direct name of the research, and whenever this specific phrase has been appearing on the web pages, the search engine will be getting this specific research context as well. For instance, when I search it, you see that effects of dehydration and rehydration directly, and you will be able to see the same research or other similar researches on the same context in different areas as well. So this will be bringing us 3 points. First, why don't we just link out, or why don't we create a kind of reference sections at the bottom of the web page? First of all, any reference section that I will be creating at the bottom, it would mean nothing to a search engine or any kinds of machine, to be honest. First of all, it is really hard to process. Second of all, when you look at the text in the references section, it's just numbers, and inside, after the numbers, we just have the organization names. It's like piling all the research names, or piling up research names, researchers, and the studies to a specific section of the web page. And all these sections are linked back to these specific areas with the numeric values like 1, 2, 3, 4. First of all, when you use jump links for your references, like with the numeric values 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., these numbers, they don't have any relevance to your topic. Second of all, when you give your references by piling them up, there is no context in this text as well. In this case, my suggestion to you is that to making everything more readable and more connected to the direct context of the paragraph, and to keep your page rank and overall authority in your specific web page, try to integrate the research, researcher, and the research organization and date of research, topic of research, subject count of research directly in your article. While doing that, you should also try to understand one more important thing is you can use Google Scholar or other types of research organizations to find the most important resources to be able to add them to the website. In this case, you can check actually the specific citation count, or you can directly use this specific person's name. For instance, here we can search this like the water, and in this case you will be able to get actually certain types of researches that this person directly actually joined or has shown any kinds of activity. The purpose here is finding the best possible authorities for any kinds of topic. And one more fact is that you can always use Concensus app like specific AI systems. If here I write hydration, basically it will be showing me all the researches directly for the hydration related. And from this area, by using this type of researcher names or research citation count or date of the research, you will be able to actually choose the most relevant researches for your specific topic. The rest is connecting these researches from the most important part directly to your own article. For instance, if you look at some of the researches that I have chosen in this area, we talk about digestion, and the research here, the hydration and hypohydration promote poor digestive health and are associated with the delayed digestion, bloating, gastric acid reflux, and constipation. For example, researchers from the Department of the Gastroenterology at the University Hospital Maastricht found that the hydration leads to the delayed gastric emptying, adhering to the recommended daily liquid intake of 2.7 liters for women and 3.7 liters for men. Adjust to personal circumstances will help ensure healthy digestion. So as you see, we have found this specific research directly for a specific section to connect it back to in this area. This way we have given our declaration. We also have taken support from highly authoritative sources, and at the same time, even if search engine wants to bring all these researches together as we did, they wouldn't be able to do that as well. To be able to find researches or research papers further, you can also use this type of some search operators sometimes if you want. If I search for file PDF, it will be giving us some certain types of, let's say, PDF files. And in this case, you can directly tell here, for instance, you can tell that, let's say, water. You can also tell in URL we want ADU. In this case, we want to see PDF files from university or educational websites, and the water should be there. You can even write here in title. Using this type of search operators, they will be always actually be helpful for you. And directly here we have fundamentals of water treatment or drinking water, importance of water, or many other things. And University of Hawaii might not be that much authority for your topic, but this lecture is already long. But basically, if you see this type of single page things, just stay away from them. It doesn't work for it. You need citations, and you need really important researchers for these type of topics. And of course, make your location, if possible, UK or USA, the locations that are more, let's say, have more universities that do proper researches. By saying location, I mean search location. Okay, we will continue. Thank you.